Anyone has any questions?
Okay.
You can put in the comments the link of the YouTube and say watch live. Just mention on the Instagram so that people are aware. Okay, just do that right now. You can say around me. You can. Okay. It's okay. Today is a trial. There are no strangers here watching. Okay, if you want to see my screen live, you can watch it on YouTube. You can see the live streaming on YouTube. Share the. You can share the live streaming. Kalam, share the live streaming link in the comments on Instagram. Yeah, good. You shared it, yeah?
Yeah, I sent the link.
Okay. You can also just write it. Just write this is the link to watch the live streaming on YouTube.
Can you pin my comment?
Yeah, I can see your comment. I can see it on Instagram. But it's quite laggy. Now I can hear my voice from the side.
It's just latency.
Latency, yeah. Okay, good. So today we are trading gold as usual. You can see the chart here. If you want to see a clearer visual of the chart, you will have to watch me on YouTube. I am live streaming on YouTube. Everyone who's watching on Instagram can go to the YouTube link provided here in the comments section. Just go to that link, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you get exclusive and you get a notification immediately as soon as I go live. This session will be recorded. You can watch it later as well. Of course, you have to watch live so that if you are willing to trade and take the trade, you can trade. Trading is a high risk business. So if you are a trader, and you are watching me today, I have put my targets, stop loss and take profit, and what am I expecting for the bull market on the short term. Leave your questions in the comments below. I'll make sure to answer it. I'll make sure to answer your questions. I'll give you my views on the global market, as well as cryptocurrency market and gold market, because I like to trade gold. Gold is my favorite instrument of trading, so I trade it often, almost every day. So basically, on the short term, we are looking at a gold correction. There's a gold correction going on. We are expecting levels of 1950 to be tested. Today I had a buy. I had a sell from 2010. 2010, we booked some profits already. Our take profit was around 1952. 1952 is almost there. We could expect a further decline. I'm looking for opportunity to scalp a buy opportunity. Buying opportunities can come in around 1900 level. On the short term, gold can still retest 1900, 1880 levels, but it should maintain above 1880, otherwise gold can go up further. I will be talking about the global economy and my opinion about the global economy and where do I see gold on the long term. But what I trade, what I show you here, is on the short term and what I'm doing during the day. For some reason, the camera keeps on shouting. I don't know, maybe it's a timer on the camera.
It should. I wasn't doing it on the laptop.
Yeah. Okay, today we are not expecting a lot of movement. We are not expecting crazy volatility. There are no main reports coming out. We are expecting on Wednesday, because of the rate hike decision, so you see the market will consolidate a bit, waiting for that big rate decision, interest rate decision, the interest rate decision that will be decided by the Fed, the Federal Reserve, American Federal Reserve, which is the American Central Bank. A hike around 0.5% would definitely push gold downwards. We could see it break the 1900 level. Gold can break the 1900 level if a big move in the Feds decide to be very hawkish and increase the interest rate hikes by 0.5%. I see there's a question here by do you expect more bullish bias or bearish bias for today only? On the short term, I'm still expecting further decline of gold. Gold tested almost the previous highs around 2070. That's why we saw a correction from 2070 after a surge of over $150. We saw it move from 1882 up to 2070 without any significant correction. That's why we saw a big move downwards. Gold actually lost its shine during the past couple of days. Usually, in times of uncertainty, we see gold go up. On the long term, we are bullish. On the long term, we are looking at gold cross the 2,100 level and record another high. But for now, I'm waiting to take my profits, book my first profit at around 1952. 1952 to 1945 area is a buying zone. That's why we saw a retracement. Once it hit 1954, we saw it jump up to 1968. If you are watching me live on YouTube, you will see my chart in a very clear way. It will help you understand what I'm doing. If you go to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and you click on the subscribe button so you receive a notification every time I'm live. I think commodities in general, and if you want any explanation in Arabic, I am ready to speak in Arabic and explain what I'm saying in English. I speak in English because I believe it's a universal language that probably majority of you understand both English and Arabic. We can see gold is still going down. As I mentioned, it is already 1958. I'm still waiting for 1955, 56, and a further drop towards 1952. The market has not opened yet. We could see a significant quick drop when the market opens. We can see gold has consolidated for the past few days in a descending channel. You can see here where it's moving up and down, up and down. Once it broke its bullish movement, it consolidated a bit, broke the next trend line down, it's consolidating in a descending channel here, where we can see a further downside movement towards 1915, 1900, and 1880. Gold will lose its glare, I think, on Wednesday. I'm expecting a major drop on Wednesday. You should watch me on YouTube to see my chart, to see a very clear vision of my chart, visual of my chart. You should watch me on YouTube. The YouTube link is posted in the comments section. It's already posted. You can see gold is already dropping. Gold is dropping, as I mentioned and as I correctly predicted. I'm waiting for an opportunity to buy gold at a lower level to scalp it, but my target remains 1915, 1900 on the short term. Gold is going down as I correctly predicted. Gold is going down. I started buying a bit. I will scalp it. I will scalp. I will start taking some of the profits because usually you see at this end of the trend line here, if you look at this area here, yeah, you will see a technical pullback. It's called a technical pullback. That's where you can get opportunities to scalp gold. Scalping means a quick entry / exit. So you enter quickly and you come out. We could see a pullback of gold of the area around 45 to 50 level. It triggered some of my buy positions and I came out and just scalping the market. Remember, trading is a very risky business. You should really know what you're doing. You keep a stop loss, keep a take profit. A stop loss is like a seatbelt. If it goes beyond a certain level, it closes your position so that you don't lose and wipe out the whole capital you have put for investments. As we correctly predicted, gold has already struck 1953. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am not here to give you a financial advice. I'm just sharing my outlook and my opinion on the market. Please. I'm just sharing my views on the market and what I think. I'm not advising you to take any position that I am taking personally. This is not financial advice. The market has not opened yet. The American market has not opened yet. One thing you need to understand is that gold is a good hedge against inflation, against uncertainty. But trading gold comes with high risk due to its high leverage. You must be careful. Keep your stop loss and your take profit in place. If you are watching me, I recommend you go to my YouTube channel and watch me from my YouTube channel. The link is shared. The link is shared in the comments section. It will allow you to go and watch me on the YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, I am live right now, where you can see my positions. You can see my take profit, stop loss. You can see how we shorted gold at 2010 level and we held it all the way down to 1950. Today, gold recorded 1953.7 and the markets have not opened yet. I have entered a small buy position in this area because I'm expecting a technical pullback and I exited. Remember, we are in a very volatile environment. Volatility is at its peak. So keep your stop losses and trade with a very small amount until we understand what direction will the market take. I think commodities are living a shock because of the war. Right now, that's why we saw a sudden surge in commodity prices. Today, oil retreating back to its 110 level from 140 top, $30 already down. We could see a breather taking place in the commodity section, the commodity sector. But on the long term, I am generally bullish on gold. Gold, silver, and commodities in general. We saw the Russian ruble lose around 50% of its value, of the currency value. If you have your money in gold in Russia, you would not have lost, but you would have increased. You would have made more than double. Gold to ruble has doubled, more than doubled, around 2.2. Gold is always a good hedge against inflation, against devaluation of fiat currencies. I advise you, if you have any questions, leave your questions in the comment section. If you are interested in learning how to trade, follow my channel, Supreme FX, on YouTube. Just click on the link provided in the comment section. Gold is still going down as predicted. As I predicted earlier, and I said gold will still go down. We could see a small scalping buying opportunity around the level of 1950 to 1945. I've been scalping it. You can see the mobile phones in front of me are where I'm taking my positions. Again, I do not ask you to take the same positions I am taking. This is not financial advice. You take it on your own risk and understand that trading is a high risk business. Always keep your stop loss. If you have any questions about trading, please leave it in the comment section below. I advise you to go to my YouTube channel. Go like my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe so you get a notification every time I'm trading live. There's a lot to learn already. Our first take profit has been hit, and second one has been hit. Our first and second take profit. You can see here how our take profit has been hit. Our TP1 has been hit, struck. So if you had followed this trade, you would have made something. As we said, we were expecting gold to go further down. Gold is currently at the 1950 level. 1949 is going further down. We have opened a small buy position here. We have a high stop loss. It did not cross 1940. I've already opened the buy position. It is going up already, $3 up. And I have scalped the current gold move. and I closed the position, and I have closed the position successfully. As I said, it looked, you guys are missing an opportunity here. You really need to pay close attention. Go to the YouTube channel, do yourself a favor, go to the YouTube channel and watch what's going on. It hit exactly the bottom, of the channel, and it went up. It was where our buy limit was, our buy limit order was. It triggered, it went up by God's grace. On the way down, it triggered our take profit from the level of 2010 down to 1950, $60 down. Then we had a scalping order of buying around 1950, which was an opportunity. And there you go, it is already $6 up. If you have one lot open with a $6 rise in gold, you are making around $600 instantly. Trading can be highly profitable, but it can be also very dangerous if you don't understand what you're doing. I will be trading live every Monday, 5:30 p.m. Every Monday, 5:30 p.m. You can see here on my chart that the take profit has been triggered. Our stop loss was up here. You can see the patience you need. I can go through you some arrows here for you to understand what is going on. Here is one. Here is two. Here is three. And here is four from the channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, Supreme FX, and you watch, you will be watching my chart, and you will understand what is going on, how we predicted this move, why we predicted this move, what patterns am I seeing in the market, the fundamental structure that I'm looking at. It's all playing nicely by God's grace. The pre-market has started, 6 p.m. Dubai time. You can see the opening bell, pre-market opening bell of the US. Gold is already $10 up, $10 up. Fantastic trade. Good day, alhamdulillah, by God's grace. You can see our prediction, you can see the way we are understanding. I want you to have a quick look here. I hope you're watching me on YouTube. I do not see your comments on YouTube, but on YouTube it is very clear. I'm showing you here right now the trend line that it broke. When it broke, we opened a short position, took our profits at around the 2010 level. We saw consolidation. And look, another major trend line. Once it broke down the trend line, we knew we took a short position and we took profits at around 1980. Gold rushed from the 1975 level, started consolidating in the channel. We started trading the channel, and we are still trading the channel. Our stop loss, and we have a stop loss until we see the channel broken. When you understand technical analysis, you mix it up with fundamental analysis, understand the markets, you'll have a competitive edge as a trader. Here on this channel, we share with you our views every Monday on the gold market. On my Instagram account, I will be posting different videos on a weekly basis about my views for the global financial markets, the global economic view, what I think will happen on the long term, short term, what is happening because of the Ukraine-Russia war. Anything I say is not a financial advice. Anything I say is purely my opinion. I have made lots of gains in my life and I have made lots of losses as well. Our next story to take profit, we will open a position as soon as it breaks the 1940 level. I will target 1930. 1922 and 1915. So far, I've taken profit here at 1950. Opened a small scalping position at around 1950 and rode the market up. Hi Fatima, I can see she's sending claps. Fatima is one of my great, fantastic, loyal students. She has been watching closely my work. She's a successful businesswoman. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. I will answer it straight away, or I will create a video just to answer your question. Gold is going down again and retesting. Gold is going down and retesting. We will look for another buying opportunity. think 1945 would be a good bank with the opportunity if it comes. If it doesn't, all is good. Remember, do not be greedy in the market. Do not jump in at any time just because you think you can make money. You have to be very vigilant. So as you can see, gold is still dropping. I saw Hajar, she's asking why gold. I've been studying gold for over 10 years, and I enjoy its volatility and its movement, and I understand its fundamentals as a metal. So, sometimes you just, of course, you can diversify, always have a couple of trades in different, especially as a day trader, you have to have a couple of, to diversify your trades. But I think sometimes if you understand one thing and you stick on to it and focus, you could do better. But it's up to you. But yes, I understand gold very well. That's why I usually trade gold. Plus, as a wealth manager, I hedge gold for big institutions that trade in physical gold. So I grew that skill because of that. That's a very good question coming from Fatima Oud Luxury. Fatima, indicators help. Indicators help, of course, but it is they are lagging indicators, so you should not put all your weight on indicators. But yes, I use RSI relative strength index. When it's overbought, it gives me an indication that it is supposed to start going down. Be careful, the RSI sometimes it is overbought and it can stay above. Here you can see the RSI, for example. If it breaks above, I usually look at the day. If it goes above, you see here the RSI level, I start shorting because it can go down, but doesn't mean I heavily short because it's 100% guaranteed indicator. No, it can remain above the overbought for a couple of days, but it starts giving you an indication that it has gone up too much and it's time to correct. You can see here gold, whenever it went above the RSI. Also, we use the MACD MACD. The MACD also gives you an indication whenever the market is moving from one side to the other. So you get a golden cross whenever the fast stochastic is crossing above the slow stochastic, which means that you are moving into an upwards direction. And at that cross, whenever the opposite is happening, the fast stochastic is crossing through the slow stochastic, gives you an idea that we are supposed to go down. Remember, these indicators do not work 100%, otherwise we would all be billionaires. But it gives you an indication. I also like to look at the volumes. Because whenever you see big volume, which is a lagging indicator as well, but it gives you, when you start seeing that the volumes are increasing, it gives you an indication that you could see a big move going on. Do not look at so many indicators. Try to stick to a couple that you feel comfortable with. As I said, I look at the MACD with gold especially, and I look at the RSI mainly and the volume. So I'll go back to the smaller time frame, the 5-minute time frame, so we can have a closer look at what's happening. If you are watching me through Instagram, I advise you to go over to YouTube, watch YouTube live, subscribe to my channel so you get a notification whenever I'm trading live. You can see a closer look of my screen on where's my take profit, stop loss, where are the buying zones, selling zones. The channel is enjoying the patterns I'm pulling out. As I said, this is my opinion, these are my actual trades, but I do not advise anyone to follow my trades. Trading is a high risk business, so you should take care and be careful with the tight, proper stop loss and a proper take profit levels. If you are interested in understanding more about trading, please send us a direct message to Instagram or YouTube. Keep your questions and comments below, and I shall answer your questions as soon as possible. I could actually also answer your questions while I'm trading live. If you have any questions, please let me know. You see, today we had a nice take profit. I will be going live every Monday from 5:30 p.m. Dubai time to 7 p.m. The market opens in the next 12 minutes. To Angela Twinkle, I've always been interested in numbers and in finance, and I have a very analytical mind, and I love to investigate. So I got interested in the way that these graphs move and the patterns, and why I wanted to understand why do these graphs move in this way. And of course, trading investing is a very profitable business, but it comes with high risk, so one must be very careful. There is a question from Rohan Vaya for gold. What do you expect the low to be for today's session? As I mentioned earlier, I had a buy around 1950 level, around that vicinity. I distribute my buy limits around that area. It's still playing in that channel. It's very hard to actually tell what would be the extreme low, but we have hit our. I'm not expecting it to go further much down for one reason, because we are expecting rate hikes, or at least interest rate decision that is coming. One must be careful. Usually the markets consolidate before the Fed's decision of interest rates, but you never know this market. Always keep your stop close, remember. But a buying zone, as you can see here on the chart, would be around the 50 area to 45. If you are willing to buy with a stop loss below 1940, I'm scalping this market. Every time it dips, I buy, and I take a quick scalp. Today it hit our first take profit at 1952. I am still expecting further decline. Please understand things very. Thank you, Angela, and thank you, Aman. You can see some of the fantastic reviews on my video from Aman. He's saying, I have been following you for the last 2 months and made $6K by your strategies. Your analysis are so professional. Thank you. Thank you, Aman. This brings joy to my heart to know someone is actually making money because of my calls. 6K is not a bad deal. Good for you, Aman. Good for you. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, trading is a highly profitable business, but it's a very high risk because of leverage. Trading in CFDs can cause you lose all of your capital. Anything you hear or see today is not a financial advice. It is only my opinion and views on the market. Gold is still bouncing off our buying zone. You can see the moment it took the profit and moved into the buying zone, we saw a quick retracement of gold moving upwards. You can see whenever I draw a green box here right now, here it means we are in a buying zone. It is demand zone. It is where we could see support. I drew this from the beginning and you could see my take profit was at the beginning from here of the video, and it struck my take profit, and I mentioned in the video that I'm buying in this support zone, scalping the markets, intraday trading. My levels of ultimate take profit remain down, but I scalp intraday in a support zone. I buy and I take it as soon as I get $2-3 up. Always watch the news. In these times of war, any news can move gold in any direction. You have to be very careful. Keep a stop loss. Your stop loss is your seat belt.
The big mystery that was.
You should not trade 24/7, ladies and gentlemen. You look for opportunities. Trade the market. Like now, the US market, you could trade the US market. It opens in the next 5 minutes. Pre-market was 25 minutes ago. You set your take profit and you set your stop loss. It is as simple as that. It's a risk ratio, risk-reward ratio. And it's a hit trade. So you should get it, you should be right more than the times you are wrong. It is as simple as that. With a proper risk-reward ratio, meaning your reward, your take profit, your target should be at least 2 to 3 times more than your stop loss. So if my stop loss is $1 down, my take profit should be at least $2-3 up, so that your chances of getting a monthly P&L increases to be positive. As you can see, gold rightly hit our take profit at the bottom of the channel and bounced from our support zone, moved up around already $8. We saw it go $11 up, retraced, and went back up. It is currently consolidating, looking for a direction. Let's see if when the market opens in the next 4 minutes, we see a proper move. One thing you should know about gold is that there's a closing price that happens in London. It's 7 p.m. Dubai time, which also moves gold in an exponential way. Usually we see huge moves at pre-market report, disclosure times, market opening at 7 p.m. also at the closing. It is when they fix the price of gold for the day. If you have any questions, keep it in the comment section. I advise you to go watch me on YouTube. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe so you get a notification every time I'm trading live, and perhaps you get an opportunity to also benefit and profit. As you can see, gold is again surging, rallying up as we move closer to the market opening, the US market opening. If you look over here, something important to learn for the beginners in trading, you can see here there's a small trend line, declining trend line here. Gold is finding resistance around that level. There you go, it's breaking in the upward direction. The market has opened. The US market opened. Okay. We have our prominent figure here, Coach Alia. Hi, Alia. I want to show you something very interesting right now. I want to show you here on the long, if you look at the day chart, which is a bigger chart, shows you on the longer term view. Even on the weekly, if I go on the weekly, it shows me even the bigger view. You can see a cup and handle. This cup and handle started forming since 2011. This is something very important for you to notice. We are in times of history, in the time of which this part of the cycle is where commodities go parabolic and go bullish. With this confirmation of a cup and handle, you can see here the cup has formed and the handle. A break above the neckline, above the all-time high of 2074, indicates further movement of bullishness. If we were to do it professionally, and I want to here right now, I want to measure how much up, further up it can go the moment it breaks the neckline. We can measure here up to this level. You clone it and take it up from the neckline upwards. What is the maximum you can go? It can actually go up to, it can cross 3,000. Gold can cross 3,000. This is on the weekly chart. This is how you measure a cup and handle. But on the short term, as I said, the immediate short term, I'm expecting further decline of gold. So gold is again declining. Don't forget, everyone, to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get a notification every time I'm going live and I'm trading, so that you can exploit this amazing opportunity and listen to my analysis on the global markets and my analysis on the gold asset class, commodities, and my predictions on its direction on the short term, medium term, and long term. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. I can either answer it right now or answer it in a dedicated video later on. Gold is trying to retest the lows today again. You can see volume increase. Yes, correct, Fatima. You can see a clear cup and handle on the weekly chart. That is a very bullish indicator. Once it breaks the neckline, you can see a parabolic move towards the 3,000 level. Mark my words. Commodities are very underbought right now and are at a very cheap price. When you check the S&P Commodities Index and compare the S&P 500, you will notice that in that chart, the equities are immensely more expensive than commodities, and according to history, in recessionary and exponential bubbles such as the equities bubble we are living in, we see commodities oversold and go to and move in parabolic moves and sudden moves, and in 2-3 years we see gold and silver and other commodities move exponentially up in a very fast way. I will make a video and talk about the S&P 500 commodities index and compare it to the S&P 500 index. I want to show you how the equities, the stocks market, how is it too expensive compared to commodities. Yeah, the camera. I advise you to go watch my screen on YouTube. I advise you to go watch my screen on YouTube. So you can have an understanding of what is going on and about my trades. What positions am I taking? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the camera died, so on YouTube you will not be able to see me, but at least you will be able to see the screen, which is much more important. You can see the graph. I'm just waiting for the 7 p.m. clock so that you could see the move once the PM close. London market for gold price fixing. Once the price is fixed at 7 p.m., I want you to see what kind of a move we see the gold price take. Okay, good. Thank you, Fatima, for updating me. Can you see that screen? Can you see the chart at least on YouTube? If you can see the chart on YouTube, my camera switched off, but my chart should be still visible to you. You could see, you could have a close look on my chart here with my take profit, stop loss, and how it struck our first take profit And on the short term, we are scalping buys around the support area, 1950 zone. Our first take profit has been struck. Good. By God's grace, we managed to book our profits on our 1952 level. We also are scalping some buys because we recognize it has come to a zone of demand. Demand means a buying zone where you see buyers kick in. You can see I'm still scalping the buys. If you are, I advise you to go to my YouTube channel, Supreme Effects. The YouTube is in the comment section. The link. Go subscribe so that you get a notification every time I trade live. Perhaps you benefit and profit. Remember, these are my trades. This trading in CFDs is a high risk business. This is not financial advice. Keep your stop loss. Do not invest or trade using money that you cannot bear losing. You can make a lot of profits, but at the same time, you could lose all your money. Trade responsibly. In the next 14 minutes, the PM close kicks in. The price fixing of gold closing price in London, which causes a move in the gold price. Usually 7 above, a bit around after 7, you start seeing a move. London PM close. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. You can book your profits or wait for the next day profit if you feel like risking. If you have any questions, please keep it in the comment section below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you get a notification every time I'm trading live. These sessions will be conducted every Monday from 5:30 p.m. Dubai time to 7 p.m. Peak market activity. I will be trading the gold instrument. I will be putting my take profit, stop loss, and my views on gold and the global markets. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below, including cryptocurrencies, stocks, and whatever instrument you are trading. I have a question from Mayur. Mayur, I mentioned earlier, this question was asked before. I use the RSI and the MACD and the volume. Do not overwhelm yourself with a lot of indicators. Remember, indicators are lagging indicators, which means they show you the result after the action has taken place. But usually on gold, if you go on the day frame, time frame, you could see whenever gold crossed the overbought on the RSI, which is around the 70 level, it usually retraces back down. The RSI is a good indicator when it comes to gold. Remember, different instruments work on different indicators. Remember, gold can remain above the level of overbought on the RSI for a couple of days, which means it is not the ultimate indicator. There is no ultimate indicator, but it gives you an idea of what's going on. When you use it combined with the proper support, resistance levels, and proper fundamental analysis along with technical analysis, you tend to increase your possibility of getting a successful trade. You can see whenever it went to the oversold, it bounced back up, and every time it went above to the overbought area, it went back down. I also use the MACD. Whenever the fast stochastic is crossing above the slow stochastic, a golden cross indicating a bullish move, more bullish bias, and vice versa. When the fast stochastic is crossing the slow stochastic downwards, it's a death cross indicating more bearish bias approach. I like to look at the 5-minute chart for intraday because I like to read the candles and see the moves. For example, here you could see it's consolidating in a channel. Then I move. When in doubt, you zoom out. I start zooming out when I'm doubting my views. I move into the 4-hour chart, one of my favorite time frames, where you see major areas. Like today I was talking about the 1950, and you could see here it was previous resistance on the 4-hour chart. And then when big moves take place in the market, I like to go to the day chart to see the sizes of the previous candles and the movements. And for a very long-term approach and view, I look at the weekly. That's why I'm very bullish on gold, because on the weekly, as I mentioned earlier, you could see a cup and handle, Mayur, across above the neckline of the previous highs around 2070, 2075 could indicate and trigger more bullish moves in the market. I hope that answered your question. Thank you, Mayur. You are 8 minutes away from the PM closing. We should see a move in the price. We should see further price action. If not, we will be closing our session for today, and I'll see you next Monday, where I trade again, and hopefully we are profitable again. Remember, we are trading news. Remember, the Russia-Ukraine war had a huge impact on the gold market and the global markets. Remember, on Wednesday, 16th of March, you have to be very cautious. It is the interest rate decision day by the Fed. On that day, there is a high impact report where you see gold moves, big moves, 20, 30, 40, sometimes 80. I've seen it move dollars at a go, which could easily wipe out your account. You have to be very careful trading generally and especially on these high impact report disclosing days. We have a beautiful call here to sell around 2010, target 1950. We saw today 1950 struck. I usually put my take profit $2-3 above my target so that I make sure I am with the buyers, because you know the buyers would be most probably sitting above the level of it so that they can make sure their orders are triggered. Patience in trading is key. Patience in trading is key. Patience. Put your limits and wait. Let the market come to you. Do not run after the market. Patience, discipline, proper risk-reward ratios will increase your chances and increase a better hit rate, so that at the end of the month your P&L will be positive. There you go, gold is again trying to go downwards. As we approach the PM close, gold failed to break above this so far. It's failing to break above this descending trend line. You could see here. Doesn't mean it will not break, but you keep trading it with a stop loss. If you are a long-term investor and bullish on gold, short-term, we have seen a major correction dropping from roughly the all-time high around 2070 level down to 1950 so far. That is $150 down. That's quite a correction. As long as we are above the 1880 level, we could see further buyers coming in. Below 1880, we could see further downside movement. I'm still expecting the 1880 level to come, 1880, over the short to medium term, especially on the 16th of March if the Fed surprise us with a rate hike of 0.5%, a more aggressive approach. We could see gold tumble temporarily. The CPI came out on the latest CPI came out 7.9%, but you know, this is a report that is representing the previous month and it's a lagging report. So imagine with the surge in oil and commodities prices after war, what could be the CPI, the coming CPI. We wait for it next month. The PPI, I think, should be coming out. The Producers Price Index should be coming up this week. The main report for the week is the Fed's rate decision, interest rate decision. In 2 minutes, 2 more minutes, we will watch the move of the PM close, and then we will be ending our profitable session, striking our take profit and scalping buys from a support demand zone of 1950 upwards. One more minute. Looks like gold is trying to go down, break down. Palladium dropped 15%. That's how dangerous this market is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's enough for today. We should see a move later on today. This session was successful, so we took a take profit. On other sessions, we might get a stop loss. So trade carefully. No financial advice here. Trading is a risky business. Always keep your stop loss. Trade with money that you can afford losing. And I wish you all the best. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link is in the comment section. Once you subscribe and hit on the bell button, you will manage to get a notification every time I trade live, so that you can watch me live. Usually I will be trading on Mondays from 5:30 p.m. up to 7 p.m. peak activity during the US session, US market opening session. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section below on YouTube, Instagram, or direct message me on Instagram, and I will do my best to answer you immediately, later, or dedicate a video talking about the questions that arise. Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to you on Monday, and I wish you all the best.